Well, he's not just a champion for the concrete, he is a champion for our community. We're back here today with Chris Scott of Freedom Concrete Coatings. Chris, do you know what week it is? It's Make an Impact Week, as always,
Absolutely.
Of course. So, Chris, no matter what charity, what place, what time, you and your support are always here for us. And we can't tell you how much that truly means for our community. But first, do you really remember the first time that you heard about Champions of the Heart?
I do, actually. It was pretty recent.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about that encounter. What did you hear about it that really stuck out to you?
Just, you know, I have a history in a prior career. I was a paramedic for 10 years, and the most important thing in any cardiac arrest situation is time. You have 5 minutes or less to get oxygenated blood restarted, get to the brain, and this defibrillator, automatic defibrillator effort is pretty amazing. It's easy to use, anybody can do it, and it makes that and CPR make the most difference in survivability from a cardiac arrest. So.
Yeah, and you know, this isn't the first time that we've talked about Champions of the Heart, but I feel like what you just said really resonated more this time. It's about time, right? It's one of those things that we don't realize how precious it is until we don't have it anymore. And I didn't know that you actually used to work as a paramedic, so of course this story really hits home for you. What about Mike Garland and his story resonated the most with you?
Oh, I think his testimony is amazing, and how long he was in cardiac arrest and in the recovery, and then just turning it all around and making an impact basically through this.
That's
so
right. Absolutely. And I know when you were a paramedic, I know that you had an encounter at one moment with a woman named Judy. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how you again realized and recognized the importance of time, of CPR, of using an AED?
We had a lady named Judy, and we did the work for her. She hired us to do her concrete coatings in her garage. And I stopped in for our quality control walkthrough, and Judy was having some difficulties. She was talking about how swelled up her legs were, and I was really kind of astonished at how swollen her legs were. And you know, we recognize that as one sign and symptom of possible congestive heart failure. So I immediately, she had said that she had checked out of the hospital, and I immediately just encouraged her to get back there immediately and get rechecked, because she should have been hospitalized. And then they did a reassessment when she went back there, and they kept her for a few days. And you know, it was good that she did that. So,
Chris, you told us earlier that being CPR certified and learning how to use an AED is something that anybody and everybody can learn. So now, especially that it's Making Impact Week and more people are getting introduced to this and they're understanding why this is so important, what advice and what words of encouragement do you give to people so that this way they learn and they get the training that they should have?
I would say that CPR is a fairly simple skill to learn. Probably the number one thing would be to learn CPR, and then learn how to use one of these automatic defibrillators. Those two things combined far outweigh the response from a paramedic unit, in the sense that most units, aside from the city, most of our geography is country settings, which take in excess of 10-20 minutes to arrive at any given scene from an ambulance unit. So to be self-sufficient would be at least pursue a CPR certification.
That's right, and like you said, the most important thing when you're in that situation is understanding how time works. right? And in that
Yes.
moment, you don't want to use your time regretting, wishing that you had known how to use an AED or wish you were CPR certified. That time is the most precious thing that we have on our side and on our hands, and that's why this week we're encouraging all of you as well at home to get involved with that. So you can donate to Champions of the Heart with the information listed below. But overall, thank you always, Chris, for helping us make an impact.
Absolutely.